Crystal, and I'm just going to share a bit of my stories with you. So I'm from Hong Kong. I was born into a typical Chinese family where we worship our ancestors, and religion wasn't something I gave much thought to. That changed when I entered secondary school. I attended a Christian school, and that was an assignment for students to visit a church and write a report. So I followed my friend to a church just to finish the homework. After that, I started attending church more regularly, just because I had free time on Sundays, and also there are free food and games, so why not? At first, it was all very casual, but over time, something began to change in my heart. Christianity wasn't difficult to understand, even for 12 years old like me. Jesus died on a cross to save us from our sins. And do I have sins? Yes, of course. I could be jealous of my classmates. I struggled with self-control. Slowly, the message of Jesus began to make sense to me. My faith really began to grow when I moved to Beijing for university. As a non-mainland Chinese student, I had the privilege of attending an international church. I formed deep bonds with other Christians. I also met local Christians whose faith deeply inspired me, even with limited religious freedom. They followed Jesus with such courage. It made me reflect on my own life. Coming from a place where faith is easier to practice, who am I to give up on my faith easily? However, a few years later, my life took a difficult turn. During my second year at uni, I fell into a deep depression. It became so severe that I couldn't continue my studies and had to defer. It was the darkest time of my life. I felt completely lost, isolated, and hopeless. But God didn't let me go. He sent angels, my Christian friends, who visited me even when I couldn't leave the house. They prayed with my mother when I couldn't pray at all. They did not have to do this. They all had their own busy lives. Yet they chose to come, and that was grace. I stayed at the hospital for a month without access to a phone or visitors. I began to think for the first time in a while that I should stop planning for my future. Looking back, I know that did not come from me. I didn't have the strength at that time at all. It was God who was transforming my heart and putting hope into me. And at that time, coming to the UK was never my plan. But after I recovered, I started to worry about my study because I had missed too many classes. Then someone mentioned that some UK universities accept transfer students. That tiny piece of information gave me a sliver of hope. By God's grace, I was able to transfer and still graduate on time in the UK. Looking back, I can clearly see how God opened doors when everything felt closed. My journey hasn't been easy, but He guided me every step of the way. From that very first church visit to the darkest days of my life to building a new life here. Good Friday reminds us of the crucifixion of Jesus. Even when we go through hard times, He's already carried that pain for us. Again, He didn't have to, but He chose to do that for us. Jesus isn't like other kings. He did not stay in a throne. He came down, suffered, and died for us. And we shouldn't take it for granted. I've experienced this love firsthand. So now, I want to share that love with others by being there for my friends when they need me, by serving in the church. And I hope every of you here today can hear and feel this love as well. Thank you.